Ayubowan, hello. My name is Maneesha and I'm this year's Sri Lankan Youth Ambassador and I welcome you guys to my cultural episode.
Hi, my name is Apekshya and I'm from the Nepalese Pavilion.
And I'm Gregory from the Greek Pavilion.
I would also like to thank SAS Culture and the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan for sponsoring this project. In today's episode, I will be talking about the dances of Sri Lanka. Now I know there are many dances in Sri Lanka, but I will be focusing on the three major traditional dances of Sri Lanka, which are the Kandian Dance, the Low Country Dance, and the Sabaragama Dance. So let's begin. I will start off with the Kenyan Dance. So the Kenyan Dance originates from the city of Kandy, which is located in the central highlands of Sri Lanka, which is a known destination for its pilgrimage to the temple of Tooth Relic, which is a sacred tooth of the Buddha. So the Kandian dance was originally performed as a ritual called the Kohomba Kankarya, which was done to please the god of Kohomba, as it was a way to obtain relief from natural disasters and epidemics. But nowadays it's more so done as in processions and in weddings, and also done for opening ceremonies to bring in prosperity for those events. Usually in these performances, only the males dance due to how high of the intensity of the dance is, because they have like flips and jumps to do, so that's why only the males can do them. And what they wear is called a West costume in Sri Lankan, and it's usually bright red and white in color. And the musical instrument that is used in this performance are the finger cymbals and the geta bereya, which is a drum that is tied around the waist and played in the hand-like motion like this. And one significance in this drum is that there is a bump on the drum. So that's one way you can figure out that it's the Kenyan dance. So what do you guys think about this dance?
What does the bump on the drum do?
I believe that it creates a different sound, and as I explain the rest of the dances, you can see that the drums create a significance for all those dances, as they produce different sounds and create different beats for the dances.
All right, that sounds really nice, but you said that the men wear like bright red and white clothes. Does the colors of the clothes have any significance?
That I'm not sure, but I just know that it is always bright red and white. So, any more questions? Okay, so next I'm gonna move on to the Low Country Dance. Now this is one of my favorite dances to talk about. So this dance originates from the Gal Matara city of Sri Lanka, which is located in the southern coastal regions in Sri Lanka. And one famous thing known for the southern area is for its tovil, which is a village ceremony conducted by a priest and one of his helper who come to the village, and they expel like a mental or physical illness from someone who's suffering from it. So the backstory for this dance is that back in the day when modern medicine wasn't really popular, when people in Sri Lanka fell ill, they thought it was due to like an evil spirit or a demon that has entered their body. So what they did was they performed these dances as a ritual to get those evil spirits out of them. And there are 18 different dances under the Low Country Dance for the 18 different demons there are. And nowadays, this is not really performed as a ritual, but more so done to showcase a rich culture. And what they wear is a mask to help portray the demons. So it can, I guess what they wear the mask is to help them with pleasing the evil spirit and bringing them out of the body. The instrument that they use for this dance is called a yak bere, which is kind of similar to the first one, like I said, but the only difference that they have in this drum is that it doesn't have a bump, but it's still tied around the waist and played with the hands. So that's the Low Country Dance for you. Anything you would like? I know this one is kind of scarier than the first one, but it's still a really nice dance to watch. And we're going to move on to the last dance called the Sabaragama Dance. Now, this is not as popular as the first two, but it's still one of the main traditional dances in Sri Lanka. And this is originated from the city of Ratnapura, which is called the Gem City of Sri Lanka. And this dance is performed to please the god of Saman, which is known to be the guardian of Ratnapura. So this dance has some features from the Kandian dance and the low country dance. So the dances, usually their costumes also has some features from both of them, and sometimes they even wear masks from the low country dance. And the musical instrument that they use is called the daula, which is a drum too, and it's also tied around the waist. But the only difference is from the other two that I was talking about is that this drum is much more wider and it's played with a stick. So that's the only difference that this drum has. But as I said before, you can see that all these drums play a significant role in these dances to provide the necessary preparation for the dance and stuff. So, and that's the end of my little description of the dances, and we will be moving on to the dance segment that I have planned out. So I will be teaching you guys a little choreo from the Kenyan Dance, and I promise it's not hard at all, so it should be easy to follow. Okay, as I mentioned before, I'm going to show a little demonstration from the Kandian dance, and I promise you it's not going to be hard at all. Might burn your thighs a little bit, but it's going to be awesome. So first what we're going to do is we're going to get into what is known in Sri Lankan a Mendia position, where we kind of go into kind of like a half squat position, and we don't need to spread our legs too far. So I'm just going to start off with the leg movements first. So if we can put our hands on our waist a little bit, so it'll help us a little bit. And so the first step that we're going to do is bring our right foot to the front of us, kind of like this. Yeah. And then we're going to just step using our left leg in where the same position that our left leg is, so kind of like that. So yeah. And then what's the next step is going to be we bring our right foot back to that same position that we started off, which is called the Mendia position, and we're just going to stomp our left foot in where it was. So if we put it all together, it should go do mi kita kita do, do mi kita kita do. So how was that? Was that good? Perfect. Okay. So let's bring in the hand movements. So in the Mendia position, our hands would usually be facing kind of this position where our thumbs are facing down. So that's our start off position, the Mendia position. And when we bring our right foot forward, our hand would flip. Yeah, kind of like that. And we will stomp our back foot. And then when we are going to bring our right foot back to that Mendia position, our hands change back to the original. So we're back at our original position, and then we just, yeah, exactly. And so if we put it together again, it'll be do mi kita kita do, do mi kita kita do. Yeah, exactly. And that was my little demonstration for the Kenyan dance. How was that? How did you feel about it? It wasn't hard, right? Exactly. So that was my cultural episode. I'm super glad, and I love the opportunity to share my culture with you guys. And thank you so much. Ayubowan.